Hey there, everybody. How are you? I'm Michelle Smith, and I am so excited that you're joining me tonight for the very first little episode of my show called Show and Tell with Michelle, where I'm going to be talking to different kinds of resellers, thrifters, and generally just people who like to save money. And so I'm really honored and so interested to hear what Dustin has to say, my friend from McFlippenship. Welcome.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm also honored to be your first guest here on your new series. And I wish you all the best with it. I hope it just takes off like a rocket. It should. And also, congrats to reaching over 100 YouTube subscribers. It's
thank you.
such an achievement. I remembered mine. I was so excited and had to do a live and a giveaway myself. So I'm just really appreciative of you, of your energy, of your dedication to your business and art, and going live all the time, and just how sincerely you want to help others in so many different ways, whether it be with their business or just saving money. So thank you so much for having me, Michelle.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much for all those nice, kind words. And yeah, I'm so excited about getting this series going because I think that there's so many wonderful things to talk about being a reseller and a thrifter, not just the money part. I mean, that's part of it, but you know, there's so many interesting questions if you wanted to look at this as a show where you just, want to know how somebody got inspired to do thrifting, how has it changed your life? So I'm so excited. I have some basic questions we're going to start with, and then I have a couple ones I'm just going to spring on you. So just be ready. But we'll start with the basics. Please don't be scared.
Okay.
Okay. So of course I know this, but so where are you from? Just tell our viewers where are you from?
Sure. I'm from Minnesota. I was born in Duluth, and I'm living in the Twin Cities now.
Nice. And how are you enjoying that? How do you like the city life?
Much better than Duluth, I guess. Duluth is a really nice town. It's beautiful. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But the cities just has a little more opportunity and people and thrift stores in every direction. So that definitely helps.
That's true. You need to be close to the good stuff, right?
Yeah, right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure out how it was that we actually met. I think, and I'll get back to this. We'll get back to this conversation later, but I think I saw one of your thumbnails on one of your videos and I started cracking up. I was like, he's so funny. And
thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. And so I wrote you and I think I said, hey, I'm Michelle. I would love to start this, interviewing show thing. Would you be interested in it? And we kind of went back and forth a little bit around the holidays. And so here we are. So how long have you been reselling? How long have you been reselling? That's a great question and a long one.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so years and years ago, I watched my dad do his very first eBay listing. I was kind of there. He was kind of helping him a little bit. And then a couple years later, I just started doing it myself. And I made my first eBay sale in August of 2014. So it's been like 8.5 years, I guess, since I've been selling on eBay anyway. It's pretty much been a hobby up until a couple years ago where I started going full time. And the hobby part of it was, I was working most of those years as a server in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. And just part-time, making a living doing that and doing eBay on the side. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden when things started going downhill, things started closing up there a couple of years ago, I had to basically make a decision because the restaurant that I was working in closed permanently. Oh. So I either had to start over at a brand new restaurant, basically start over a whole new job. Or take my hobby and turn it into the business, which is exactly what I've been wanting to do, like my entire life. So
brave and courageous. Wait, I'm interrupting you. you just flew through that like it was like, oh, and then that takes courage, Dustin, seriously, to be in the pandemic, to have this restaurant close, for you could have gone out and struggled and found something. You could have, but you didn't. You made the decision to take a risk and be courageous. And that is part of being a reseller, that moment that you make that decision that you're going to be a little bit more serious about it, whatever that means to you. So anyways,
Yeah.
I just wanted to pat you on the back. Continue.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I guess that's how I got started, and I guess here I am now.
So
And
so for the past 4.5 years, you said you've been pretty much doing it full time?
I would say more like 2 years. I've been like
Okay.
really full time. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to touch base on, because I calling the show "Show and Tell with Michelle," is I'd love for you to show me. You don't even or just talk to me or whatever about one thing that you sold this week that you thought was interesting. Now, let me just preface this for other shows. This doesn't necessarily have to be something expensive. It doesn't have. Maybe it's, I thought of an example. Really quickly. I found this parakeet, this painted parakeet, so cute. It turns out the thing was a music box. I have never seen a parakeet music box. Okay. I thought of my mom right away. Like it was just, I knew it was weird and quirky and amazing, and it was my mom.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that was the most memorable thing that I sold. And I didn't even make any money on it. I sent it to my mom. So that's
Okay.
I don't want you to feel pressured like it has to be big. Sorry, go ahead. It could be emotional too.
No. Oh, that's really awesome. That's really cool. So I got to be honest. Like this past week of sales, this hasn't been too great. I'm got to be honest. But in kind of the same. Okay, maybe it's the same for many of you out there. But I would say just in general, this time of year, things that have been selling for me really well would be stuff like this. Winter sporting equipment, like hockey skates. I don't know how many hockey helmets I've sold recently, or snowboarding helmets as well. Just general sporting goods. Even in summertime, springtime, hockey equipment sells. If you're lucky enough to be, in Minnesota, these are just everywhere. So, but
that's great. So wait, any size, Dustin, or specifically any size?
Sure. When it comes to hockey equipment, hockey is pretty much a year-round sport if you're playing it competitively. So, and it's people are going through it all the time. So, and I mean, there's a reason why there's like used sporting goods stores like Play It Against Sports. There's reasons that there's used clothing stores like Plato's Closet, or used video game stores like GameStop, because those things sell. And so if I can get a good variety of those types of items in my store at all times, like have an online 24/7 worldwide sporting goods store and video game store and clothing store and electronics store, you gotta think that there's not going to be much of an off season. So, and I think that's really kind of helped for me.
Yeah, and that's such a
doing
positive way to look at it. That's a
Mm-hmm.
positive way to look at it. And I was thinking to myself, after, you've been doing it for 8.5 years, and the last 2 years has been really intense. I mean, how do you keep yourself motivated? I've only been doing it now 2 years, like probably, I'm still learning, and this is probably my first real like fourth quarter that I kind of knew what was happening. So yeah, you said that you were having some, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I think you said like, how was I staying motivated in all this?
Yes.
Like, oh sure. I guess being consistent, whether it's listing, sourcing, just keeping on, because if you're listing consistently every single day, you're going to get consistent sales. And I've noticed that. And I've noticed that if I even take like a couple of days off of listing, sales are going to dip. So I think it's just really important when you got those consistent sales rolling in, that's motivation right there. You just really need to do the work to keep that up.
I know that's something that I need to work on. It's tough. It's tough, definitely. But I mean, there are ways where you can copy listings and do all that stuff I'm learning, and it goes back, bumps it back up to the top. If I'm a single mom, if I'm in the car, I can do it on my phone. But yeah, I need to get better.
Sure. Yeah.
I need to get better at listing. Okay. So one of the things that I've noticed the last couple of videos, if you have not subscribed to McFlip and Ship, you need to go over there and subscribe and press the bell. So every time he comes out with one of his hilarious, amazingly just educational videos, you have to see it. I swear to God, when I saw him like flying through the air in a spaceship, I was like almost on the floor. It was so fun. Informational too, not just because I think it's funny, but I have noticed such, I don't want to say an improvement, but I feel like you're starting to do some storytelling in your videos. And so, what's going on with that?
Oh, thanks, Michelle. It is really a passion of mine to edit and storytell in that way, I guess. So like when I was younger, even when I was a teenager, I used to do like aggressive inline skating, or it's kind of like skateboarding, but with rollerblades. And so me and my friends would go out and we'd make skate videos, and I would edit them. I'd actually, with 2 VCRs at home, like press play and then pause and then record, and then like, that's how I used to edit, and then I actually
done.
Right. But then I found the equipment at my high school and started using that. And then I found some equipment at Duluth Public Access and used that for a while. Then I started using just a really basic computer program at home once I finally got a computer. And it's been like 20 years since I've edited anything. So it's really, I'm so glad to get back into it. And it's kind of like my paintbrush and canvas, it's like my art, I guess.
Yes. That's what's so great about reselling now and doing all these different platforms and being able to learn. Because I mean, if it's been 20 years since you've been editing, basically you have to relearn everything all over again, right? I mean, like things change in 5 years. It's like, I don't even, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I definitely wasn't going to start using a basic program to start again, because I've used those before and realized that there's limitations already. So I just went for a more professional one, and just love what it can do as long as you're willing to learn how to do it.
Yeah, I really need to learn how to do that. I'm terrible. I'm stuck. I can't even get through Canva. Okay, so forget it.
Well, it's not that easy. It's not that easy of a program.
They say it is. They're like, oh, it's so easy, Canva, and you're like, oh my gosh, my 5-year-old can do it, and I just feel like that's how I feel.
Oh no. Yeah, you're gonna get used to it. No
I just need to take a class and do it that way. I also noticed that in the last couple of videos you had, I think it was your daughter with you.
Yeah, my daughter Kaya. Yep.
Yeah, and I really loved the fact that you guys, it was like a family thing, but I loved it. And she was very comfortable talking, and it was almost like watching an episode. That really was what it was, but she was great.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I mean, I'm so proud of her when it comes to everything, that she does. I'm just really proud. And when she wants to do these videos with me, I can't be more pleased. It's just so much fun. To make these videos with her. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could get my son. He's 14. I wish I could get him into going and doing stuff with me. I think he did an episode of this cleaning show that I was doing during COVID, and I have it, and he looks so young. And now he's like, "Mom, please, don't take pictures of me. I don't want to be on the camera." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine.
Well, maybe that'll change.
Yeah, I mean, he's a teenager. It's like every day he wakes up a different person. I mean, in the way, right?
Yeah, right.
Um, so this is one I'm kind of throwing at you. How
Okay.
lucky are you and why? You can
How
take
lucky
some
am I?
time. How lucky are you and
Um,
you can think.
I sure. I think now I sort of believe that you make your own luck. I think being available to be in the right place at the right time and available for that inspired action to
Mm,
take. I think that's how you make your own luck. So I guess I'm as lucky as I allow myself to be, and I feel very lucky right now. Let me tell you that.
that was a really good answer, Dustin. That was really
Oh, thank you.
good. Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was really, really good.
That was
And I sprung that one on you. I really did.
that was unprepared. Yes. Thanks.
I told him I would take it easy on him the first time I interview him. So, um, let's see. Okay, so another question that I was curious about, because this is about, reselling and also just meeting the people behind the cute make flip and chip sign. But when you're okay, this is kind of weird again. When you're driving in a car by yourself, what do you think about?
Hmm. Another good one. Let's see. Um, well, kind of like driving a car for me is sort of like taking a shower. Like I always have my best ideas in the shower. Like I really need like a whiteboard in there, because
Yeah.
that's where I don't know, I just get a lot of good ideas. And I think that's because like when you're driving and not taking a shower, you're sort of not really thinking in a way. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of times I'm like a thing that's really important to me in my life and always has been is music. Whether it's listening to and enjoying it or making it with my friends or even myself. Um, so I may be just sort of paying attention to the music. I may be thinking about work, like business, a YouTube idea. My
So do
daughter.
you listen to music or do you just think?
Um, I, I always usually have music on in the car. Sure, yeah. And I would say half the time I really am not consciously thinking. I'm just sort of
Riding it out?
absorbing. Yeah, absorbing, trying to hear the unheard, type
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
Cool, cool, very cool. Um, so this last week, we were previously talking about something that you had sold. Um, we didn't cover that one yet, did we?
Um, which
What?
well, I mean, I let you know about like the sporting goods and
Oh
stuff
yeah, the
I
sporting goods and stuff.
sold.
So,
One thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I'm sorry, you guys. There's a bit of a lag. So, the sports equipment. I wanted to go back to that. That sports equipment, I am always scared of because the shipping. I worry, like, how the heck am I going to send a big old, size 13 ice skate scares the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah. That was the biggest part for me. Even just getting started in reselling was mastering the shipping,
Yeah.
getting those all the supplies gathered, making sure you got all the bubble wrap and paper and different size boxes, especially if you're not um, what do you say going down niching down into one thing. You need a variety of all these things. So that was probably the hardest part. But once you really get used to it, you just need the supplies, get a few shipping things under your belt, and it's really not intimidating at all anymore after that.
Yeah.
Just kind of like going live here. This is, I wouldn't say like super intimidating or anything, but it's not
It's
something that I've been doing a long time and it's comfortable. So everybody starts somewhere.
Well, I still get nervous, and I've been in front of the camera for a really long time, So I think that I don't know, that's one of the fun parts of life is still having things that sort of like, jiggle you up, get you like
Scare you, yeah.
rattled, right?
exactly. That's kind of what life is about, I think. So,
I
um,
think so too.
and speaking of that, if you don't mind me asking, I'm sure a lot of people really want to know. So, um, if I may ask you a question,
Sure.
so um, you are also from the Midwest, in Michigan.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so how does one go from, like just kind of being in Michigan, going from studying to be an esthetician and a realtor to all of a sudden living this amazing, amazing life that, some people may never even be able to begin to experience, like being in commercials, being a cover model, doing a solid 3-year part on a soap opera,
Listen
and
to
doing
you.
things like being in, yeah. And no, there's more, everybody. There's way more. Okay. Working on a set with Angelina Jolie, in Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Thanks.
please tell.
First of all, I'm going to crawl under the chair, and I am so thankful for you saying all of those wonderful things about me. I have a hard time talking about myself. I don't know. I just love hearing other people's stories. But well, I got discovered when I was in Michigan when I was a senior in high school. I was dating a very nice guy, and he said, "There's a model search at the local hotel. Let's go." And I had been working in a salon doing
Oh,
hair. And lo and behold, this whole thing ended up being like legitimate. And I got picked to go to New York and to start my life in fashion. I had played basketball for 14 years. I
cool.
was a tomboy, totally.
Hmm,
Yeah. So
hmm.
I got
Awesome.
on the airplane, headed to New York, and hailed a cab to Broadway and 22nd Street and started my life. Yeah.
That's exciting. Wow.
It was.
Amazing. Cool. Well, I'm sure, maybe another time we could go a little more deeper into that or something, but if you'd like. But
Yeah.
how did you get into, oh, would you like to, like, I'm sure there's a ton more if you'd like, or
You can ask me anything you want. I've had um, such an interesting life, and I feel very blessed. I'm going to talk about
what?
a couple of things in Do You Mind in my life that um, sort of give me a different perspective about things, just
Okay.
personal things I've been through. So in, gosh, it was 2003, I lost my father to suicide. And when I joined Guiding Light, this is something I can talk about very, like, I have joy for my dad, but that was at 2003 and 2005. I started my 3-year contract on Guiding Light. So I hired a publicist for 3 years, and I devoted so much time to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And I had Hoda Kotb interview me. I talked about depression with men and, at the 50-year-old like age, and what a stigma there is about it. And so for 3 years, I really committed to, there's a great article that was printed in Glamour magazine. It's called "Surviving My Father's Suicide." And
Hmm.
I wrote it with a ghostwriter, but I really actually wrote it myself. She tweaked it a little bit, but it's a great
Oh,
article.
cool.
So that's one thing. And the other thing is that I'm a breast cancer survivor. And
Congratulations.
thanks.
And I'm not surprised one bit that you beat that, with your positive attitude. I think that is paramount in just everything in life is a positive attitude. So congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, I
I'm sorry, please go
always,
on.
oh, I was going to say, I always have um, that the glass is half full outlook on life, just with everything, with just being thankful to be here, being
Hmm.
thankful to be alive. Even when I go thrifting and I find, I have a great day, I'm so grateful. And I find a lot of strength in being thankful and grateful and happy. And, a lot of people call me smiley and blah, blah, blah. But, I'm thankful to be alive. And so a lot of things aren't, like, I'd like to make $1 million trillion. Would I want to do that Poshmark? No, it's not that important to me. I want to always do stuff I love. Like you get to do your movie stuff and your videos and things like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and absolutely. Yep. Well, having to live our dream here. And I'm seeing it's really difficult, I think, for us to see the chat here. We're both kind of newbies at this live thing and on StreamYard. I'm seeing, if I may, Hiya, Gulf Coast Pickers, and Joe and Nicole of I'd Flip That are in the chat here, saying a bunch of stuff. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey,
Thanks
Candace Snack, how are you? Candace is my good friend.
Awesome. And let's see who else we got. We have the Curries.
Oh, how do I go up and down with this too? I cannot wait to hang out with Gulf Coast Pickers next Saturday at 8:00 here. We're going to talk about what's happening in Florida.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And let's see. So I think also, I was also wondering, about some things as well. Like, you say like you've also traveled the world quite a bit and experienced some things. What was your coolest experience while you were traveling?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have been really fortunate to travel all over Asia, Africa, and all over. I had the most beautiful experience when I went to Morocco. I just remember that we were dropped off in this beautiful house, and it had like an open center to it, and and there were birds, and there were belly dancers, and there was like, just at night there was food, and I remember eating pigeon and being like, I'm eating pigeon, which is fine. I'll eat pigeon. I don't care. You're cute, but I'll eat you. And I remember, and they're like, no, Michelle, it's not the same pigeon that you eat, not like the ones in Central Park. These are pigeons. But I do remember, that was magical. I mean, the belly dancers were like nothing you'd ever seen. And the most beautiful part was every evening, all the women would sit out and during sundown to watch the sundown, and they were dressed in the most beautiful colors, and they were on these brick walls just sitting there, all lined up like a rainbow, like rainbow colors. And I just remember that thinking, man,
yeah, that really does sound amazing. Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
And let's see. So you said that also you've done a couple of other hosting things before, something with Pet Paws. And would you care to explain what your experiences with hosting? Because you're just like so comfortable doing this. You can tell.
Oh, thanks. You know what? I really love finding out more about other people. I find it really interesting. And so before this, you guys, I was so thankful for this. And there's a story behind it, but I won't get into it because, it's blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I was hired by Only Good TV, which was just purchased by another company. I don't know if they changed the name of it yet, but I filmed and wrote and styled a show called The Green Clean Queen. The Green Clean Queen. Part of it was I couldn't say the damn name, which is why I'm joking you. The Green Clean Queen. And that was because I got it right. That was because I owned a botanical cleaning company for 5 years before COVID hit. So I had to close down my company, my little business. I just had one employee. And I got a call out of the blue from Rob, and he asked me if I'd like to host this cleaning show. So I did it, and I had my camera, and I was shooting like, how to clean a toilet, and I had like the camera up in the corner under the toilet. And
Oh,
the actor's like, Michelle, how are you getting these shots? You're getting these really great shots. 'Cause
right.
so they hired me for that. I did all the filming and I wrote all the material. It was really great. I really enjoyed it. And then they hired me for Press Pause, which if you Google Michelle Ray Smith Press Paws, PAWS, like little feet.
Okay.
It's an animal rescue show, and it's great. It's so sweet. So if you have, it's great for kids too. Who like
Okay.
animals. Yeah. So
Great. Well, we should all check that out.
yeah, yeah. So I'm looking at my notes because I'm thinking I wanna. What's your inspiration? You said that. I would say, what do you see for this next year? As far as, have you noticed that this thrifting is changing? There is,
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, looking back from last year, basically for me, the Christmas season last year didn't stop until I would say July last year for me anyway. I was doing really, really well up until July, and then things started to sort of slow down. I think that was just like in general, for everybody. Summertime, it just does that. But it seemed like the holiday time didn't quite pick up like it did last year, for me anyway. So
yeah.
I'm just really hoping. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm so sorry, you guys. There's a lag. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt
Okay.
you. You said you were hoping that it was.
Yeah, hoping that it's going to, like the economy will turn around, if that's a part of it. But otherwise, I think that I just really need to get back to sourcing every day, heading to the Goodwill bins primarily. I used to do that 4 or 5 times a week, and
What?
yeah. Oh,
4
yeah,
or
for
5
sure.
days a week at the bins? Do you wear a helmet and pads?
I should have
Oh
at
my
times. Yeah,
God.
just gloves.
Just gloves. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
good. Hygienic, right?
Yeah.
So where you live, they must, I mean, what types of brands do you find like in your area? Every area has like their different brands that sell a lot. You
Mhm.
sell outdoor stuff, but you don't sell. See, I sell clothes and I'm trying to sell other
Mhm.
things. I'm not having such good luck, but I'm not giving up on it. You
Okay.
sell, what do you sell?
I sell mostly electronics, hard goods mostly. I mean, if you want to sort of categorize it that way. And I would say very little clothing, as far as that. I don't source clothing mostly, or in the bins, because everybody at the bins that does clothing are just awesome at it, and yeah. So I'll stick to hard goods, but if I find clothing other places, I will pick it up. And yeah, otherwise, make most of my money on electronics and sporting goods.
That's cool. I don't know
Mhm.
anything about electronics. Sporting goods, thank you for mentioning that, because sometimes I walk into a garage sale, or you know what, you guys, the church sales
Oh,
have
yes.
tons and tons of sporting stuff. I saw that last time when I was out this summer, and now I know they had lots of baseball bats.
Okay. Yeah. Sort of like with golf clubs, certain baseball bats can be better than others. So I mean, just kind of looking them up. One thing that's my favorite thing to sell is baseball gloves. They're just so easy to pick up, list, ship. They're not going to break when you ship them. You can throw them in a poly bag if you want. And they go for $20-$30 all day long.
That's
Just
great. I know, you could
most
probably
of
get
them.
them for like $1 when you're probably
Mhm.
like a $2 when you're out, right?
Yep, exactly.
Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, if I could sell nothing but baseball gloves, I probably would. It's
Really?
just that, yeah. I mean, you're kind of, niching down, and when it's not baseball season, you'd be hurting yourself. But It's
Yeah.
more of a metaphor, but they're just so easy to sell. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I didn't think of either of those things. Yeah, I'm stuck in clothes over here. I was watching some Nurse Flipper shows, and I love her. She's so good. And so I got out. She got me all excited about Christmas ornaments. So I went on this freaking Christmas ornament frenzy, and I didn't sell one damn ornament the whole season.
Oh,
And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even sell one. And part of me was so freaking happy because the idea of having to like ship something when you like sneeze, it'll crush.
oh,
You know? I
yeah.
can't. It's so stressful. I'm never doing it. I'm done. I'm never doing Christmas ornaments again unless they're plastic.
Oh, okay. Well, no, yeah, I do. I think I remember some Instagram videos of you showing your haul of those good ornaments that you had. Yeah, and that's too bad you didn't sell any of them. Did you try them
No.
on eBay or
You know what? I
Mercari or?
just started. I do most of my work on Poshmark, and I do like it because I sort of have the groove down. I started eBay, and I'm doing fine on eBay. It's okay. What I want this channel to be is super honest. Okay, I want it to be honest. I've been
Mhm.
screwing up. Okay, and I've been screwing up because I'm using List Perfectly, which I really like, and
Mm.
I haven't been keeping track of removing stuff from List Perfectly. So it's selling on
Yeah.
one platform and then it's selling again on another. And I haven't moved my entire inventory to eBay like a numbnut. So not everything is on List Perfectly. And so, I mean, can I do it? Yeah, it takes like 5 steps, but I could be much more. I have to be much more organized. I try to be
Mm.
objective. And I'm so good at what I do, and I do the best I can as a single mom. So I'm not, but I know my potential and I know that I could do more. I don't list every day. And I
Sure.
like to sit in bed and eat chocolate with my dogs at night.
Right. Yep. I've
And
seen those Instagram stories as well.
if you
Eating.
guys if you guys that don't watch my stories on Instagram, so I've been trying to figure out how to do this. And so I'm doing the reseller stuff on the reels. And then on my stories, I'm doing a lot of just like, what am I doing right now? Random stuff throughout the day,
Mhm.
just my life stuff.
Yep.
And the two of them seem to be complementing each other.
Awesome. So, out of your 4 furry friends, you have 2 cats, Pico and Luna, and
Uh-huh.
then
You're
2
so
dogs, Forrest and Elmer.
good.
Which one? Which one would you say is like most like your spirit animal, or most like your personality?
Oh, look at you with these questions. I love it. Okay, which one is the spirit animal? That's a really good question. I would say Luna. Out of
Yeah.
my 4 animals, I have an English chocolate lab. I have a puppy rescue. He's German Shepherd. And I don't know, some kind of hound. And I mean, he's adorable. That's Elmer. But Luna is most like me. She's the oldest cat that we have. Now I sound like I'm bragging, but here goes nothing. She's really smart. She's very smart, and she loves to go outside. She's hard to keep in the house. She's understands lots of words, and she's very loving. She wants to sit on your lap. So yeah, she's cool, and she likes everybody. She's trustful to everybody. So yeah, I would
Oh,
say I don't remember
cool.
what exactly I just said, but that's Luna. So I guess it could go to me.
Awesome. And then I heard a really cool story about how your new puppy Elmer was named. Would you tell us that?
Oh my gosh. Okay. You're giving me like such a great interview right now. I'm taking notes, you guys. Check this out. Um, let's see. Okay, ask me that one again because you threw me for a loop. What was that?
So your puppy Elmer is
Yeah, oh
named
yeah,
after
how about his
somebody.
name? Okay, so my son, I have a son who's 14. I just have one child, tons of plants, and four animals. That's how we rock it over here. And my son, his great grandfather was one of the four horsemen, which is a very, I guess it was at Notre Dame, and they were famous football players, really famous, like Hall of Fame at the school. And my son's, he's related to Elmer Layden, who is grandpa way back, and so we decided to name him Elmer. And of course, my son's last name is, his dad's. So that's how I named him.
Awesome. It's like greatness runs in the family for you or something. Like that's so cool.
And, you know what? My family is a whole different kind of show here, but no, you're. So I have a question for you. So you live in Minnesota and you get a crap ton of snow, right?
This year, yeah.
Okay, so how many snow blowers do you have? And if you could recommend us, can you please tell us?
Well, nope. I just I use this little Toro. It'll handle about a foot. Other than that, but yeah. Otherwise, it's really fun. I really like getting out there and doing that.
I like that scene in your video where you're skating and then you guys have to go and check out his videos are great, where you slid in on the skates and it was like ice was over the camera. I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. I really have enjoyed talking with you, and I want to take a look at some of the questions, if there's questions in the chat. And I just want you to know, this is my first time doing this. Dustin, thank goodness, spent time with me today, hooking me up on this platform. So StreamYard, so I could talk with you guys. But let's see if we have some questions over here, Dustin. Gulf Coast Pickers, Ryan and Christine. Enjoying 20 inches of snow and sub-zero temps. I'd flip that, says. Wishing I was garage sailing. I'd flip that.
Yeah, right. Joe and Nicole. Yep. I'm with you. Yep. They're in Minnesota too. So they,
great.
Yep. Yeah. Not too far from me. We've done some videos at the bins together. If you want to check those out. Joe and Nicole, if I'd flip that, got some really great content as well.
Oh, good. You guys, let's kind of connect after. I would love to have some of you, of my new friends here, be on the show and spend some time chatting about, reselling and, I don't know, life, fun stuff, being in the business. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be pleased.
Oh, that would be really fun. I would love that. So Gulf Coast Pickers are coming out. That's next week. I'm super, super excited. And I want to say a special hi. Everybody say hi to my special friend, Candace. Candace and I have been friends. Hi, Candace. She was a fan of Guiding Light. And we met years ago on set, I believe it was, right, Candace? And we've been friends for longer than Jake's been on the earth. So we've been friends since 2005. And she's talented and she's a writer and a director. And I just want to say hi to Candace. My friends that I met through Guiding Light are really special to me because the show's off the air now. And I was lucky enough to be on the last couple of years of the show. So anyway, but so sub-zero temperatures. I'm asking you how much snow you have and you're like, you're not even saying, you are not a complainer. Can I just tell you something? That is one thing about you never complain. He doesn't. Once in a while maybe, but he's tweaked in on this high frequency of being happy. No, and I am too. It's hard. It's really hard to like wake up every day and have like a smile on your face. And even with text messages and we had a couple meetings, visiting and video chatting, becoming friends. It's just, yeah, so good, so good. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say no, thanks. Yeah, I'd try. I mean, everybody, needs to
Yeah,
complain about something, but complaining about snow and things that you have no control over just makes no sense.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
um,
yeah. I hear you. I complain
yeah,
sometimes about Walgreens not having my prescriptions ready and that I have to go back 3 times. That's sometimes I complain about that.
that's something to complain about. It's not under your control, but come on.
I know, I know, I know. I
Yeah,
think everybody goes through that at some point, but
yeah.
I am so excited to have had you on with me, and I'm trying to think if there's any other questions that um, I I had an experience. I could talk to you really quickly about the Louis Vuitton shirt that I got. I got this really
Oh,
pretty Louis Vuitton shirt. It's right here, and it's beautiful with tags. And I was really excited to find it, but not dumb enough to think that it was authentic because that excitement took me 2 months of being in the business, and then because it's usually sometimes it's not
yeah,
real.
yeah.
So this one is, I don't believe that this one is real, and it has a tag on it. And so I went through this the other night. Excuse me. I went on Poshmark and I wrote up, and now I know that I can't do it, but I wrote up on there. It's not original. I just did the whole thing, and Poshmark was like, nope. So I guess I have to go over to eBay. Can you do that on eBay? Can you, or is
Um,
that risky because we have people returning
um,
stuff all the time? How about you guys?
yeah, yeah. I would ask some more clothing sellers. I really
Yeah,
don't know, but when it comes to like things that are possibly fake, it's just better to throw them away or
yeah,
wear them if you want or something.
yeah.
Um, yeah, basically. But I think I swear there's a place I've heard of it. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it will
The
authenticate
real?
things for you. Real,
I
real, is that it? I think
I
so.
don't know. I think it's the real. I think that you can send it in because I asked this question, and somebody got back to me, and I have to write them back. They were so sweet. So I think they said the real, but Melanie Marshall.
Oh, okay, Melanie. Yeah, that's my friend from high school, actually.
Thank you,
She,
Melanie.
yeah,
Thank you.
she's a very experienced Poshmark seller as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
works
my
really hard.
gosh.
Mhm.
Melanie, if you do clothing, I would love to have you come and sit with me sometime and chat. I'd love to learn from you, and I'd love to share that info with my friends here. So message me, or I'll track you down. I'll harass Dustin and get your info. So, question for you: the next couple of months of the business of reselling, is there anything in particular that you are going to be focusing on? What do you focus on right after Christmas, besides organizing for January a little bit?
Yeah. Um, business is just gonna kind of keep moving forward, I guess. I'm gonna get back to sourcing every day is what I'm gonna have to really focus on.
Yeah,
Getting back, like I said, getting back to the bins, at least 3 times a week, and just basically finding a home run or two every day, so I can list a home run or two every day is gonna make a huge difference for sure.
yeah, it is listing every day. You're frozen, by the way, in your picture. I don't know if you know that. It's a nice
Oh,
picture.
I can see that, but can you hear me at least?
Yeah, you're fine. I
Okay,
just wanted you to know. Wanted you to
I
know.
can
So
I can see that too. Sorry. Hmm.
that's okay. Like I
I
said,
didn't do that on purpose, I promise.
you're here. You're here with us hanging out. Um, I'm going to answer that question too because you and I do two very different things when it comes to selling, and I do the clothing. When I was
Mhm.
modeling, we always modeled 3 months out. So if it was Christmas, it was in December, early December, we were shooting for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day already. So one of the things that I really like to do in my closet is I'm starting to source right now for Easter dresses. I'm starting to source for maybe some bathing suits for spring breaks coming up, right?
Okay.
Um, those are the kinds of things that I try to think about, like 3 months out. I don't know. I'm still learning, right? I think things are gonna work.
Sure. Yeah. I guess since I've been sort of like listing and I um, sell a little bit of everything, I guess. I think I have a little bit of everything sort of like still in my store. So I'm like sort of ready for each season a little bit in a way. And
Yeah.
one thing that for that, yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking all of the sporting goods that the winter sporting goods here soon that haven't sold this winter, that
Yes.
have seen their true season basically.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna, take all those out and bring them to like Play It Against Sports. Um, I also
Smart.
have, yeah, I also have a ton of hats. A good 8 like bins full of hats that haven't sold. So I think I'm gonna probably do like a little video on that. I might take them all to Plato's Closet or something. See if I can just dump them all. See if I can get anything
Whoa.
for them.
Oh my goodness.
So
Do
those
you
are some things that I'll probably be working on here in the next few months.
wow. Wow. Do you ever feel like, and I know like this is such a positive show, but I also want to be super honest. So do you ever feel so overwhelmed or just like, what the heck did I do? Or like, how the heck am I going to get, do you ever have feelings like that at all? Or are you not
No,
really too much?
not necessarily. Not necessarily, no.
Good. Good. I feel sometimes like I don't want, not that I want to quit or anything like that, but sometimes I feel myself definitely like a little burnt, like starting to make excuses to like not wanting to post and things like that.
Mm.
But other than that, no, I'm pretty grateful. Oh, there you are. You're in and out. There we go.
Am I still frozen though?
You're still frozen,
Oh,
but
okay.
you
I'll try to
sound
fix that. Okay. I'll
okay.
try to fix that because we still have that gift card to give away. And
Oh
I
yes.
have, yeah, so everybody that's in the chat here, please leave a chat in the actual uh, comment or the video comment area, not the live chat, if you would, so we can pick a winner for this gift card here.
Oh, so the up in the corner, there's that little comment button, right? Up in the right?
Let's see. So, well, everybody that's watching right now will find the actual comment area on the
Cool.
video here. And if you'd throw a comment in there, that's how we're going to choose the winner.
Non-alcoholic beer. I haven't had a drink in almost 8 years now, but I do love my non-alcoholic beer.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, it's good, and it's better for your health, anyways. But
Yeah.
yeah. So, do you have any animals?
Unfortunately, right now I don't. We had a leopard gecko. My daughter and I. It was really my daughter's, but was living here, and unfortunately, not too long ago, this summer, had passed away.
Oh,
So
it's
at the
always.
moment, yeah, at the moment it's animal free here. But yeah.
I have so much hair over here. I could probably start knitting blankets.
Oh my gosh.
It says comments blocked.
Oh, okay. Is it possible that
Do I have some comments blocked over here? Let's see. This is my
did it
first
happen?
time.
Did it happen to be set for like made by kids or made for kids or something like that? I know that will block comments.
Comment sections don't show after the live has been re-uploaded by YouTube, I think. There's a lot of information, Ryan.
Okay. We might have to do this giveaway on like Instagram or something later on.
Okay.
Because for one, you can't see me doing the drawing.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to see you moving around.
And so you can see me actually like pick the winner. And
Yeah.
also yeah, there's no comments to choose from. So we're gonna. Okay.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I will just say my thank yous and tell you how grateful I am that you have spent hours working on this with me. Everybody, like we have talked and we were going back and forth, and he helped me do the stream. So, thank you for making my first time doing this as smoothly as it is. And I know
Oh,
you're
my pleasure.
oh, and I know you're frozen. So we'll do this again. And
Sure, I'd love
thank
to.
you everybody for joining, everybody for stopping in.
Yes, thanks. Thanks everybody. I see everybody in the chat. I just saw Will of Reseller Madness. He just popped by. Hey, Will.
Hi,
Desert
Will.
Sellers. Hey, Desert Sellers are here.
Oh,
Thanks
really?
everybody for showing up. My friend Melanie. I'd flip that. Gulf Coast Pickers. Your friend Candace. So awesome to see all of you here. Thank you so much. And we will pick a winner on Instagram. We'll have to do that. I'm so sorry this didn't quite work out, but me and
Oh,
Michelle will figure out how to give away this $50 gift card because we appreciate you all for coming in here and all that. So
thank you
thank you,
so
Michelle.
much, everybody. And thank you, Dustin. So we will go from here. And Dustin, you just have to tell me what to do and broadcast. Oh, you guys.
I bet.
Okay. Have a good weekend. I'll always say peace out as usual. And be well and be safe and stay warm. Bye, guys. Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Will. Bye.